Now, joining us live from Warri in Delta State to speak on the signing of 4 executive orders by the President, as well as other issues, is Dr. Samuel Eshenaike, an economist. Many thanks for joining us on the news. So,
Thank you,
President
Bonami.
Bola Tinubu signed 4 executive orders, one of which is the suspension of 5% excise tax as well as custom excise duties. What is the implication of this?
Well, ordinarily, the president is thinking from the perspective of market economy that when you reduce the cost of production, prices will go down and inflation will come down. But I must tell you that the market in Nigeria and in many developing countries is not perfect because there are many intervening variables that the market is not taking into consideration. For example, we must take the actions of unions, the trade unions into consideration. But in doing this, the president just assumed that the market is perfect. That is why at the end of the day, the expected benefit of this tax reduction may not be felt by the common man, who is the final consumer. Thank you.
So you have to agree that Nigerians easily get carried away with government policies. But in your own perspective, do you think it will reduce the burden of the people in the long run now?
Well, I don't like using the word long run because in economics term, long run does not really translate into a number of years. So I want to say that as soon as possible, government policies, people desire that government policy must have immediate effect on them. But in most cases, like I said, because of these intervening variables, many variables that are not put into consideration, because in any economic analysis you do in Nigeria today, you must put issue of corruption into consideration. You must put issue of non-compliance into consideration. These factors affect the policy. And what we have discovered in Nigeria is that the government of Nigeria, they know the policies that the people want to listen to, but full implementation is also difficult. So it is too early to jubilate over the policies of the the executive order signed by the president. We still need to wait. Thank you.
And talking about the agricultural sector, where average Nigerians and poor market women operate, what are the economic indicators to show that it will ameliorate their suffering?
Well, if you will agree with me that one of the sectors where prices are skyrocketing is the food sector. Ordinary Nigeria has a lot of arable lands, so farming and food prices is supposed to come down. But maybe from the executive order, because the president said 5% import duty will be suspended from some special vehicles. I want to believe that these special vehicles are those that will be used in the agri sector, maybe like tractors, lorries, and so on. If that is the case, like I said again, it is believed that this will reduce cost of productions of farmer. But like I said, in the developing country, the structures don't work as they used to be because our markets are not perfect. So we must try as much as possible that our market, all the inherent factors disturbing the perfect working of the market system must be removed. So it is not just enough that to sign executive orders and to reduce prices. And I want to say that our experience in Nigeria, the issue of multiple taxation is a serious one. So 5% suspension on excise duty and imported goods may not have the needed impact that the people want to feel. So the government still need to look beyond this area. I think what we actually need, we still need a lot of reduction in the prices. But again, when you now look at the policy of the government, you see some basic contradictions. Because I say contradiction because the removal of fuel subsidy, government is trying to make some money to save some money. Then reduction in taxation, government is also now trying to reduce their money. So the policy is like giving with one hand and taking with another hand. So the government need to do more to make sure that we're able to achieve what I would call a kind of balanced growth. Thank you.
Okay, we thank you so much for sharing your views with us on the news.
Thank you. I'm happy for listening to me.
And that was Dr. Samuel Eshenaike, an economist.